on up, Mr. Gallagher. So I'll start it off real briefly. Clayton Perry came to me 2-3 years ago with this crazy idea that at some point he might want to run crazy. As a councilman, I did everything in my power to talk him out of it. Obviously, I failed. John tried. And I guess he's got this sense of public service that he wants to come work 40, 50 hours a week for, at least he gets paid now if he wins. So that's a benefit. But Clayton, he did the things necessary in my mind to get out there, learn about the issues in the district, put in the time necessary, and that's what we need is somebody that has understood what the job is, has been around it, and wants to represent us, and is willing to put in the hard work, and he's already done a lot of that. So I am proud to be supporting Clayton Perry, and I'm going to pass it to John, who's probably going to try to talk him out of it one more time. Oh, I'm sorry.
So yes, Clayton came and talked to us, and it's our job to say, "Are you crazy?" Are you crazy? But he said, "No, I'm not crazy. This is what I want to do." And we give lots of advice and lots of guidance, because until you sit and represent the constituents, it's really very different. We can tell you it's going to take 24/7. We can tell you your private life is probably gone. We can tell you you're not going to get paid very much money. We can tell you the dogs and the cats and the potholes are going to overwhelm your life. And a lot of other things. And if you still want to run for council, you are crazy. But it is absolutely, without question, the most amazing job in the world. These two guys can attest. Because when you get to represent folks like you, the community, to make positive things happen, so many positive things happen, that's the real reward for being a council person. And so he passed the test. He's going to run hard, he's going to work hard, and he's going to feel the calling, because that's all I can explain it as, is a calling. He's going to feel that. And we are the beneficiaries now of people who want to serve their constituents. So you passed the test. I'm looking forward to your campaign. And Councilman Gallagher.
First of all, ladies and gentlemen, let me say, Carlton, you've done a good job of setting this up. Thank you very much, everybody. I really am pleased we've got such a good turnout for Clayton. I think that's so very, very important. Since I'm the youngest guy here of the three former council members, I'd like to I'll give you some history. We had the Neighborhood Alliance, in which we twisted this guy's arm to make him run. I mean, it was not what everybody says that he jumped in and wanted to. We had to break his arm to do it. Then he and I got together afterwards when it was time to, and we went to that guy, and we went to Carlton and said, "You got to do it. You got to step up to the plate." And that's really how that happened. And I think everybody needs to be aware of that fact, because it is a 24/7 job. There's no question about it. What you got to look for, I think, whenever you want to find a new person for council, is continuity. Who's the one that can step forward, that's got the experience, that can actually do the job and make the right decisions? Clayton Perry is that guy. And here's... think about what he's done. Number one, and one of the reasons that I am really a supporter of him, is that he's a retired military guy, so he's been around the world. That's going to be very important in the next couple of years. We've got the BRAC, the Base Realignment and Closure Commission. It's hanging over us like this horrible, horrible black cloud. It's going to be making a decision in a couple of years on what bases to chop. And there will be some chops. There has to be, because the budget's getting smaller and smaller on a national level. We need a military guy that can say to all those other council members, look, here's what happens if we lose these bases. And so for that reason, that's important. Secondly, he's also had plenty of experience as a neighborhood leader. Think about what that means. District 10, and I'm proud to say this, has the most number of organized neighborhoods of any district in the entire city. Woo, yeah. joined the Neighborhood Alliance, and he has been working there, helping out everybody and making sure to meet all you folks. And I'm so glad, Clayton, that you've done that, because I think that's so important to have that open communication with the neighborhoods. You know, it's really interesting working with my colleagues on council. Most of them do not have that feel for what's going on around. I've got it on a daily basis because I've got councilman, this is, and I get that phone call from
That's just me.
or me, from that particular neighborhood, you know, and we find out what's going on, and they have a feel for it, because that's what neighborhood leaders are really good at. So for that reason, I'm very proud of District 10, but I'm very, very proud that somebody like Clayton Perry has stepped up to the plate. Let's give him a hand and tell
Pressure's on now.
You can handle it. This is where we leave them to fly.
Yes. Well, you know, Carlton gave me 5 minutes. They've taken longer, so everybody eat and drink. No, I just want to make a couple more introductions. I want to recognize my mom and dad, Hayes and Helen Perry. And my brother and his wife, Debbie, Kenneth and Debbie Perry. And my daughter-in-law just came in from Austin, Trina Perry. My 3 kids are spread out all over the United States and couldn't make it here, unfortunately, but they wanted to be here, and they're with me in spirit. I just wanted to say a couple of things. Hey, number one, I want to run. I know I can win, and I know I'm the right person for this position. They've already covered my experience, which I think qualifies me very well for this position. I'm an Aggie. You know, not that you can't tell. Not that you can't tell. No, I'm very proud of that fact, and my military experience in the housing area, and city councils and commissions as well. So I'm very proud of those accomplishments. But I want to focus in on several things. Security and safety here in town. You know, the crime rate has really risen here in San Antonio. It's risen tremendously, along with the murder rate. And I will make sure that those resources are kept in District 10 and not redistributed to other areas. The same as with safety. You know, we have the fire and EMS situation here in town where the times to respond are not always where we want them to be. And I'm going to make sure that those times stay where they're at or improve. And the other thing are the neighborhoods, as they were talking about. And it's not really the neighborhoods, it's actually you in the neighborhoods. Y'all are the ones that make the neighborhoods work, and we want to continue to do that and strengthen the neighborhoods in District 10. Along with that, customer service. My whole career and my whole life has been about customer service. If I didn't do a good job in the Air Force, I wasn't going to be staying in the Air Force. And I know I can make some improvements here in District 10 and City Council for the City of San Antonio to improve our customer service. So those are my main issues right now. I could go on forever and ever, but again, they took all my time. You know, what can you do to help me? Well, I'll tell you what you can do to help me. Number one, vote. Get out there and vote on May 6th. There's early voting before that, but May 6th, get out there and tell your neighbors. Get out there and tell your neighbors about Clayton Perry. Hopefully they're good. And tell them to vote for Clayton Perry. I've got handouts on the table that talks about my history, my background, and also my business cards there as well. You know, sign up for signs. Let me know, let the campaign know you want yard signs, more handouts, more flyers. I know a lot of people have already volunteered to go around and hand out this stuff. I'm going to hold you to that. I know who you are out there. So I need that help. I need that help to get the word out. There's a lot of people running for District 10, all qualified people, but I think I'm the one that will best represent District 10, and so that's why I'm doing this. If you're so inclined, you know, there are donation sheets. I have funded this campaign myself. I've taken it out of my savings account and I funded it so far, but any help that you can give would be great. I really appreciate that. Actually, Yes. And Mike Dufresne with the hat is my treasurer. He was the first person I met here in San Antonio way back in 1991, out on the softball fields. A volunteer, again, another volunteer type position. So read the brochure. Get with Mike if you're so inclined. Actually, Ed Alexander, where's Ed? He's a fellow member on the Northeast Neighborhood Alliance. All right, there he is over there. You know, it was kind of funny. I had to chuckle. Ed called me the other day. He said, "Clayton, now do we have to pay for this event coming in and pay for this event?" And I said, "No, Ed, it's fine. You know, just come on in, get you some food, get you some drink. You know, get the word out there, that kind of thing." And this is a great crowd. You know, everybody's done a good job of getting the word out. And he said, "Oh, I get it. You got to pay to get out of here." So anyway, I got a big chuckle out of that. That was great. That's great. But again, thank you all so much for showing up here today, and I especially want to thank Miss Bexar County 2017 for showing up. Kelsey, man, I'm sure you're going to be going for what's the next level of competition?
Miss Texas.
Miss Texas, there you go. So she would love to have a picture with you. I'm sure you would love to have a picture with her. And not me. But anyway, yes, thank you very much, Kelsey, for attending today. That's a big help and a big boost. And, you know, I'm sure people would rather have you up here talking than me. So, again, thank you all so much for coming out today. Stay a little bit longer. Stay as long as you want. Heck, Carlton's paying for all this.
I've got his credit card, so whatever we need to do.
Thank y'all all very much again. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming out tonight. God bless.
Excuse me.